Hey guys, first regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about a Stalker Bolt Rifle build for patch 9.0 Space Marine 2 on the Sniper class to maximize our headshot damage. Now the Stalker Bolt Rifle is one of the strongest guns in this game. It's actually very good for things like CHP recovery, has top tier headshot damage, it's also quite forgiving. Unlike things like the Bolt Sniper, if you miss a headshot, you have so many follow-up shots on a Stalker Bolt Rifle that you really don't feel too bad. If your accuracy is like 70% or 50%, very forgiving weapon, very powerful option. And in patch 9.0, they also made it so the Stalker Bolt Rifle's firepower variant now has a times 2.3 headshot multiplier, which is significantly better than the times 2 of the other two variants, especially for the playstyle of the Sniper class. And overall, I think this is a top tier pick currently, and really it has been for quite a while. And for the weapon perk tree here, I do pick up the perk Unwavering Resolve first. After reloading while having low ammo, damage increases by 25% for 5 seconds. This doesn't actually come up that often, but 25% more damage is pretty chunky, and 5 seconds may not be the longest uptime, but it does help you sometimes. Next perk here is Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots deal 25% more damage. This perk is incredible. The 25% extra damage from this feels like it affects the base damage of the weapon. It makes your headshots deal noticeably more damage, and sitting at below 30% HP on the Sniper, especially if you take perks like Purification, is not very hard at all. You can actually do it the entire game. So having this buff up 24/7, especially in teams, is quite doable. Very, very powerful option because of that. And the next perk I take after this is Headhunter perk for a 10% increased headshot damage multiplier, or not multiplier, but just like 10% increased headshot damage. Then move over here into the perk Cleaving Fire. Shots will penetrate enemy block stances, dealing 25% of equal damage. Now, this perk doesn't come up too often, but sometimes it will help you against blocking sword warriors, get that final shot and put them to execute. Pretty good for that, but not like super good overall. Next perk is Headhunter once again, and then I move over here into the perk Increased Capacity. The maximum ammo reserve of this weapon increases by 20%. Most ammunition restores in this game are percentage based, so having a higher max ammo reserve means you're going to get more off of a single proc of things like versatile precision, so perks like this are pretty good even for classes with ammunition restores. Now, next perk I take is very good, Agile Hunter. After a perfectly timed dodge, headshots deal 35% more damage for 10 seconds. Now, 35% more damage to your headshots off of a perfectly timed dodge is incredible on its own, and 10 seconds is a super long uptime, so pretty much always pick this up. This will proc pretty consistently. Next perk I take is Fast Reload into the perk here, Recoupment. Killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a headshot with this weapon restores one armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, this perk might be more valuable on a class like Tactical because they need armor restores more than Sniper does, but still pretty good here. If you want to swap this out for something like Great Might for 10% more Terminus damage, you definitely can. That's pretty much all there is for the weapon perk tree here. Time to talk about the secondary and melee weapons. Now, for the secondary weapon selection, I do pick up the Heavy Bolt Pistol once again on the Ammo Reserve variant because more ammunition means more versatile precision procs, and the Heavy Bolt Pistol also has the best gun strike damage in the game currently, and Sniper can definitely benefit off of this, and also the damage of this thing is quite good. And for the perk tree selection, I just go down the bottom tree so we can pick up the perk here, Able Damage. After using a class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds. You go in and out of Cloak on the Sniper class all the time, so pretty good synergy there. Then I move up here into the perk Tactical Precision. Headshots deal 20% more damage. Non-headshot damage, it decreases by 10% because pretty much you only want headshots on this thing to begin with, so top tier perk for sure. Now, for the melee weapon selection on this, I just take the Block Knife. Block Knife does amazing damage, has incredible synergy, especially with the Sniper class, because the Sniper has the perk here, Tactical Ambush, for 150% more damage on the first melee attack that breaks Camo Cloak. And on the Stalker Bolt Rifle, we really don't need things like Targeted Shot because we have so many shots in our actual magazines, so a very, very powerful option. Just take this instead, and Block Knife makes our Shadow Stab do stupid damage. Now, for the perk tree, I just set up the Perpetual Strength first, moving over here into Kinetic Energy for more damage on consecutive heavy attacks. Heavy attacks like Skull Crusher are like 99% of what you do on a combat knife anyways, so top tier perk here for sure. Then move down the row all the way into the perk here, Shadow Stab. Replace Heavy Swing with Shadow Stab, hold the attack button to charge it. Damage increases by 200% per 1 second of charging. Now, this perk is incredible, especially with the Sniper class, because Shadow Stab just has such great synergy with our Cloak, so I pretty much always pick this up on the Sniper. And the next perk I take up here is Shoulder Bash. Replace distance stab with shoulder bash while evading / sprinting, tap the attack button to quickly perform an area of effect forward attack. This forward attack out of your lunge is much faster than the standard distance stab, so I like this one a lot. And the final perk I pick up down here is Extremis Slayer for 15% more Extremis damage. Pretty self-explanatory, but actually helps quite a bit. Now for the sniper perk tree, I do pick up the perk Melee Mastery once again. Melee damage increases by 20% against Majora's level and higher enemies. This perk is very valuable because Now for the sniper perk tree, I do pick up the perk Melee Mastery first. Once again, melee damage increases by 20% against Majora's level and higher enemies. Now our melee damage on the sniper class is actually quite good, especially with a block knife, so this perk is quite valuable, and I actually think this one is significantly better than the perk up here, Block Break, because Block Break does not affect that many enemies in the game, and we already have things like Cleaving Fire for that. Now, next perk here is Adaptability. Reloading while having low ammo or manually activating Camo Cloak increases melee damage by 25% for 10 seconds. A 25% melee damage buff for cloaking happens all the time and is super chunky, and 10 seconds is a very long uptime in this game, so really top tier perk here for sure. His other two aren't very good. Now next perk here is Iron Grip. Weapon spread and recoil are reduced by 20%, and range damage against terminus level enemies is increased by 15% for both snipers and Stalker Bolt Rifles. Well, we are using a Stalker Bolt Rifle, it's kind of a no-brainer here. These other two do literally nothing for us, so pretty much always pick this up. And for the team perk over here, I do pick up the perk Marksmanship. Headshot damage increases by 10% for all squad members. This perk is actually pretty good, and if you aren't using things like Purification and you don't want squad renewal, you can definitely pick this one up. And then if you do grab this perk, I would grab the perk down here, Renewal. A headshot kill restores Camo Cloak's charge by 15%. Either way, you really do want like a CDR reduction perk on Sniper, because otherwise your Camo Cloak can take forever to come back. So if you're like, if you're taking the Marksmanship perk here, take this one. If you're taking the Purification perk, take Renewal or Squad Renewal as your team perk. Now moving through here past the gear perk tree, we do pick up the perk Tactical Ambush. The first melee attack that breaks Camo Cloak deals 150% more damage. I think this perk is far better for a Stalker Bolt Rifle build, because you don't really need targeted shot on this because you have so many shots in your magazine on a Stalker Bolt Rifle. It does not benefit off of this perk like the Bolt Sniper or Last Fusel do, so you can really take this perk instead. Now the next perk you can take is Lingering Concealment. After performing an attack that breaks Camo Cloak, you remain hidden for 2 seconds. This perk is part of the Camo Cloak cancel, which is totally broken in this game, so you want to use that, you certainly can. Alternatively, you could pick up the perk here Persistence. When Camo Cloak deactivates, you take 20% less health damage, do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This perk is still very good. 20% less health damage is very strong, especially stacked with things like Conviction, and also being able to have no knockback on this class is very valuable, so still a great option here. Now for the signature perk tree, you just grab Pattern of Excellence. Performing 3 consecutive headshots restores equipment charge by 1. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This is by far the best signature perk in this entire tree, one of the best signature perks in the entire game, and 30-second melted bombs are just kind of broken, so pretty much always grab this. Now for the prestige perk selection, I do pick up Emperor's Grace first. Once again, when Camo Cloak activates, you become invulnerable to damage for 2 seconds. This perk is just god tier, pretty much always grab this. You can save your life when you cloak all the time. Super powerful option. Next perk here is a total ammo economy enabler for your class, Versatile Precision. Performing a kill with your secondary weapon restores 15% of your primary weapon's ammo. Cooldown is 15 seconds. When you have this perk, your ammo problems kind of vanish for the most part, so pretty much always pick this up. Now the next perk I grab is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 15 seconds. This perk can save your life as well, because damage reduction in this game is very powerful, especially on your HP with a 25% damage reduction on your armor break. This is one of the best perks in the game, so I pretty much always grab this. And for the final perk, I grab Exacting Focus. After a gun strike, you deal 20% more range damage for 10 seconds. It is very easy to get gun strikes off in this game, and like Minoris enemies and stuff like that, even if you aren't hitting Majora's with like a fencing or balanced weapon. So I pretty much always grab this one, though if you want to grab things like Indomitable Spirit or Versatility, you definitely can, because they're both pretty good, and Material Upgrade is just not that epic, but it's not like the worst perk in the game, because Sniper actually has a pretty good prestige perk tree. That's pretty much all there is to this build setup. The Sniper is a very powerful class in this game, and probably the best class in the entire game for true solo operations, on the fact that you can't die at all. The Camo Cloak cancel, but overall Sniper is good outside of that as well, and hopefully this build guide helped. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching.
Xenos Viscera is everywhere. Readying next volley. These storms will strip our colors right down to the ceramite. numbers are no match for our strength. The dust storm has settled. Active camouflage charged. Spore mines, shoot them! I am a phantom of death. Final cyclones of sediment. Meteor line cloak ready. Fester and Frost. See on the formation. Grenade out! The dust storm has settled. Changing magazine. Xenos scum on scope. I worry we shall find grains in our armor for years. The dust storm has settled. Active camouflage charged. Tyrannies have no stealth ready. These storms will strip our colors right down to the ceramite.
I didn't carefully here. It's useful half HP. Yeah, we'll see what spawns,
Active
but
camouflage charged.
it's very dangerous.
Amelio line cloak
Face.
activated.
Getting locked by Skull Crusher there, pretty brutal. Alright, so it's just a Ravener
Xenos
and
love crawling beneath us. The dust storm has settled.
damage here we shouldn't have, but that's okay.
Amelio line cloak ready.
Admin Hunter's active.
Active camouflage charge.
Alright, we should be down. I know these random guys here.
Synaptic servant slaughtered.
Alright, that's very unfortunate.
The dust storm has settled. Stealth ready. Changing magazine.
Alright, very low, but should be okay. They'll only get a block charge here.
All cyclones of sediment.
Maybe like kill him if we get one here. Alright, there we go.
I am a phantom of death.
Charge them. Yeah, it should kill him. Good enough. Alright, that's pretty close, but next box will be a med sim for evil.